Brave souls, welcome to the Haunting Hour. If you're joining us for the first time, do consider subscribing to keep our channel alive. Today we delve into the unnerving tale of two sisters whose lives were as enigmatic as they were eerie. Picture this, choosing not to utter a word to anyone but your twin, existing in a universe that only the pair of you comprehend. This is the chilling tale we unravel today, the story of June and Jennifer Gibbons, infamously known as the Silent Twins. Born and raised in the tranquil hills of Wales, these twins created a world of their own, a world where outsiders were strictly forbidden. As we journey through their lives, we'll witness their descent into troubling behavior and crime, their mysterious pact, and the unanswered questions that continue to linger. So, brace yourselves and join us as we unravel the eerie story of two sisters whose bond was as powerful as it was haunting. Born in Barbados and raised in Wales, the Gibbons twins were anything but ordinary. June and Jennifer Gibbons, identical twins, entered the world with an unbreakable bond. However, this bond would prove to be not just powerful, but also incredibly haunting. From a young age, the twins displayed an eerie connection that was both fascinating and chilling. They developed their own language, a unique blend of English and Barbadian Creole, a linguistic secret shared only between them. This was their first step into a world of their own, a world where no one else was permitted. Their parents, perplexed and concerned, watched as their daughters retreated further into their private universe. The girls refused to speak to anyone else, including their siblings. They spoke only to each other in their incomprehensible language, a code no one else could crack. The twins' silence rang loud in their house, an unsettling symphony of silence that filled the rooms and corridors. Teachers at school were equally baffled. The twins, despite being bright and capable, chose not to engage with anyone else. Their silence wasn't just limited to words. They wouldn't read aloud, wouldn't answer questions, they wouldn't even make eye contact. They existed in their own bubble, immune to the pleas and attempts from the adults around them to pull them out of their self-imposed isolation. In their silent world, the twins shut out everyone else. But little did anyone know, their story was about to take a darker turn. As they grew older, the twins' strange behavior would escalate, spiraling into a series of troubling incidents that would shock their small Welsh town and ultimately lead them down a path of destruction and despair. But that, brave souls, is a tale for the next scene. As they stepped into adolescence, their silent bond took a troubling turn. The twins, June and Jennifer Gibbons, began to tread down a path that led them further away from the world the rest of us know. Their isolation evolved into something darker, something that made the people around them shudder. Their teenage years, a time when most of us are exploring our identities and navigating the tumultuous waters of high school, were marked by a descent into crime. The girls, who had always been silent spectators, began to engage in vandalism and petty crimes. The world they had built for themselves, once filled with their own language and shared secrets, now started to house a disturbing pattern of behavior. The twins' silence, which had initially been a cause of concern, was now overshadowed by their actions. Their crimes, seemingly unprovoked, were a cry for help that echoed in the silence they had so meticulously maintained. The world they had shut out was now forced to take notice, but the understanding everyone sought remained as elusive as ever. Their escalating actions eventually led to their arrest. The silent twins, who had spent their lives in their own world, were now thrust into a harsh reality. They were institutionalized at Broadmoor Hospital, a high-security psychiatric facility. This was a world far removed from the one they had known, a world that tried to break their silence and understand the enigma that they were. In the cold, sterile environment of Broadmoor, the twins found themselves in a new kind of isolation. This time, they were not alone by choice but by circumstance. The world they had spent years shutting out was now their reality, a reality they had to face without the comfort of their shared silence. Locked away in Broadmoor Hospital, the twins' story was about to take a chilling turn. Their bond, which had seen them through years of isolation and had led them down a troubling path, was about to be tested in a way they could never have imagined. The silent world they had created was on the brink of shattering, and the reverberations would be felt for years to come. In the confines of the hospital, the twins made a pact as mysterious as their silence. It was a pact that would send further shivers down anyone's spine, a pact that would forever change the trajectory of their lives. This pact was not one of life, but rather one of death. June and Jennifer, in their infinite world of two, believed that for one to truly live, the other must die. This wasn't a decision made lightly, but rather a conclusion drawn from years of living in a world where they were the only inhabitants. To them, it was a sacrifice, a necessary evil for the other to live a normal life. The specifics of this pact remain as elusive and enigmatic as the sisters themselves. However, what we do know is this. On the day of their release from Broadmoor Hospital, Jennifer suddenly fell ill. Her symptoms were inexplicable, her condition deteriorating rapidly. And then, in a twist of fate as chilling as their story, Jennifer died. She was only 29. Her death was sudden, unexpected, and eerily coincidental. The cause of death, according to the post-mortem, was acute myocarditis, a sudden inflammation of the heart. There were no drugs or poison in her system. It was as if she had simply chosen to die. With Jennifer's death, the pact was fulfilled. June was left alone in a world they once shared, a world that was no longer a stage for their shared silence, but a stark reminder of a pact that had come to fruition. Whether it was a self-fulfilling prophecy or a coincidence of tragic proportions, we may never know. Jennifer's death left June alone in a world they once shared, forever altering their haunting tale. The death pact, the sudden demise, and the aftermath. They all contribute to the chilling mystery of June and Jennifer Gibbons, the silent twins. And as we delve deeper into their story, their legacy, and the theories that attempt to explain their bizarre behavior, we find ourselves drawn further into their enigmatic world, a world that continues to baffle and fascinate us even today. The legacy of the silent twins endures, their story a chilling mystery in both psychological and paranormal circles. June and Jennifer Gibbons, two souls entwined in a bond that transcended ordinary comprehension, have left behind a tale that haunts us to this very day. The theories surrounding their behavior are as varied as they are intriguing. Some psychologists postulate that the twins suffered from a unique form of selective mutism, a complex childhood anxiety disorder characterized by a child's inability to speak in select social settings. Others speculate about shared psychosis, a rare psychiatric disorder in which delusions are transmitted from one individual to another. In the case of the silent twins, their shared language and antisocial behaviors could point to this condition. Yet there are those who delve deeper into the realm of the unexplained, the supernatural, and the paranormal. These theorists suggest that the twins shared more than just a language, more than mere childhood games. They propose that June and Jennifer were connected on a psychic level, their bond transcending the physical world. Their shared emotions, synchronized actions, and the eerie death pact all point to a connection much deeper than what we perceive as normal. What's even more chilling is the realization that Jennifer's death, as heartbreaking as it was, seemed to set June free. She began to interact with the world, to speak and live among others. It's as if the pact they made held some inexplicable power, a power that was both their curse and their salvation. The silent twins left behind an enduring mystery, their lives a chilling testament to a bond as powerful as it was haunting. Their story continues to baffle, to intrigue, and to chill us to the bone. It serves as a reminder of the uncharted depths of the human mind and the unexplainable mysteries of the universe. It lingers in our thoughts, a haunting echo of two lives lived in unison, two souls forever intertwined in silence.